What's going on, you guys? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a super controversial one because I'm going to be going through and listing my top 10 most overrated jerseys I think in the Adidas era. Now keep in mind, this is my opinion. Like, I'm ranking these based on how much I like them and compared to how much other people like them. So there could be jerseys that I personally don't really like, but like a whole bunch of people, like almost everyone else, likes them, but I don't. Then I'm going to see them as my point of view is they're overrated. So that's kind of how I'm doing it. I'm doing it from my point of view based on what I like if I see a jersey as slightly overrated. So this is for sure going to be controversial. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate for some of these picks, especially if a lot of people like these jerseys. I think half of them make sense, and I think it's stuff that everyone might agree with. But I think the other half of these are just like my picks, and I think some people are going to really disagree with. I'm not doing these in any order. I just picked 10, just my top 10. I'm not going to rank them by most overrated to least underrated. I'm just picking my just straight up 10 most overrated jerseys in the Adidas era. Before we get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, it would mean a lot if you guys subscribed and liked the video if you enjoyed. Let's get into it. So we're going to start it off with a heater, an absolute hot take, and I'm going the Colorado Avalanche Reverse Retro 1. Now, when this thing came out, this was probably the #1 reverse retro jersey. Like, everyone wanted it. These things sold out so fast. I mean, heck, I even had it. Everyone loved this jersey. And by no means am I saying the jersey's bad just because I say it's overrated. I just don't think it's one of the best reverse retros that came out that year. A lot of people had it up in their top 2, and sometimes even #1 out of all reverse retros from that series. I personally don't have it there. I probably have it near my top 10, but by no means do I have it as one of the, let alone top 5. I definitely don't have it as my 1, 2 or anything like that. Next up, we're going to a jersey that I've talked about quite a bit, and I definitely had this in my least favorite jersey from this specific team and in the Adidas era, and that is the Florida Panthers Reverse Retro 2. Again, another jersey that a lot of people have ranked up in their like top 5 Reverse Retro 2s. I don't like this thing. I actually might even have this in my bottom 5 Reverse Retro 2s. I want to like it. I really do, because a lot of people do. And I like the 2 blue aspects. I love the baby blue that's used in it. I just hate the red and yellow. I think that just looks terrible, especially with the baby blue. Like, I love the baby blue by itself, but with the red and with the yellow, I absolutely despise what's going on in this jersey. And I know it's just my opinion because a lot of people love it, but from my point of view, I see it as being overrated. Next up, it's kind of like the Florida Panthers jersey. This is one that I personally don't love, but I know a lot of people do, and that's the Buffalo Sabres alternate jersey, the Goat Head. I personally don't like this jersey. I know a lot of people absolutely adore it and love it, and I think a lot of that probably stems from nostalgia, but I don't have any of that. I don't have any nostalgia with this jersey. I just straight up don't like it. Next up is a jersey that I actually don't even mind. I just don't think it's as good as people say it is, and that's the Calgary Flames home jersey. A lot of people seem to have this jersey as like one of the best home jerseys in the NHL. Some people even say it's some of the best jerseys in the NHL, and I just don't see it that way. I think the jerseys are very nice. Like, don't get me wrong, they're very nice jerseys. I just don't think they're as good as people kind of hype them up to be. Next up, again, it's just a jersey I hate and a lot of people love, and that's the Arizona Coyotes away jersey. I've talked about this jersey a ton and why I don't like it, and I understand why people do like it. I'm personally not a fan, and I think people overrate it as an away jersey. This might be a hot take to some people. I know some people love this jersey, but I'm going the Vegas Golden Knights home jersey. The only reason I'm putting it here is because lately I've seen a lot of people love this jersey. When it first came out, I would have thought that it was like properly rated. I didn't really like it. People kind of had it in the middle of the pack. But unless I'm wrong, I've kind of been seeing a lot of people start to really like this gold Vegas Golden Knights jersey, and I'm still just not particularly a big fan of it. Next up, I feel bad picking on this team again, but I'm going with the Calgary Flames alternate jersey. No hate at all, but people say this Blasty jersey is one of the best jerseys, the best alternate jerseys in the league, and I just don't see it. Like, I think it's quite boring. I'm not even a super big fan of the logo. Some of that could just be the Canucks fan in me talking, but as a jersey fan, I don't even think I'm a big fan of the logo. I don't really like the flames that they added in there. I feel like they could have done something way cooler than that. I just feel like it's lackluster. Next up, I expect to get some hate from this, and I want to say this jersey's not bad. Like, this jersey's for sure not bad. I'm going the Chicago Blackhawks home jersey, and the only reason I'm doing that, don't put the pitchforks down for a second. The only reason I'm doing that is because a lot of people have this jersey as a top 3 home jersey in the NHL. I personally don't. I for sure have it in my top 10, probably even like outside of the top 5, but I don't think it is the best or even the second best or even the third best home jersey in the NHL. So for that reason, I see it as overrated. Next up is the Columbus Blue Jackets alternate jersey. Now, I don't think this jersey is overrated in the sense that people think it's like some of the best alternate jerseys or whatever. A lot of people always say that this is the best Columbus Blue Jackets jersey, and I don't even see it as that. I personally don't even see it in the top 3 Columbus Blue Jackets jerseys. If I was to rank it, I would probably go home jersey, reverse retro 1, away jersey maybe. I don't even see this as the top 3 Columbus Blue Jackets jersey, and I know a lot of people look at this thing and like I said, they have it as their number 1, but I don't, and that's why I think it's overrated. I don't think it's overrated because people say it's like the best alternate jersey, because I don't think people do. Just when it comes to Columbus jerseys, I think it's super overrated. And last but not least, honestly the same reason to the Chicago Blackhawks, I got the Detroit Red Wings home jersey. Another one that people say is just one of the best jerseys, and I think it's just because it's so classic and their original 6 team. I don't really think people are really looking at it. It's such a boring jersey. I understand it's super clean, but it's very, very boring, and because of that, although it's nice and it's probably, again, in my top 10 or just outside of it, I don't think it's in the top 5. So there you guys have it. I expect to for sure see some comments down below firing off about my opinion, but it's hard, you know, they're overrated for a reason, or at least I think they are, because it's just my opinion based on what other people are saying. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Drop your comment down below, let me know your guys' opinion on all of it, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.